Millions saw that exchange. If the Oscars had the ratings of Hadforth Parish Council, they wouldn't need gimmicks like nominees punching the host's lightouts. But after the meeting, there were investigations and reports, 6 of them running to more than 145 pages. This is just one of them in very small typeface too. It gave me a headache trying to read it. After all those reports, investigators concluded that Jackie Weaver did not, in fact, have the authority to boot the chairman off that Zoom call. It says, faced with what were unusual and difficult circumstances and the deep-seated issues underpinning those circumstances, we can understand why Jackie Weaver acted as she did, despite her action being without any formal footing in terms of appropriate process and procedure. Jackie Weaver joins me now. Jackie, how do you feel about the determination of these various investigative reports that you didn't have the authority for what you did?
I feel okay about them. Don't forget, I have had the opportunity, because I was one of the people involved in the investigation, of having seen the report before it was actually issued. And actually, I feel really comfortable with it because it's true. I mean, it says that there was no formal footing for the actions that I took. Well, yeah, there weren't, because at the time, there were no amended standing orders or no formal guidance on how you manage a virtual meeting. So we were all doing the best we could in difficult situations.
So to a certain extent, you're a bit like that judge in Singapore passing his death sentence. When you're doing things on Zoom, it all gets a bit loosey-goosey simply because everybody's improvising their way through these virtual meetings. But what I found interesting reading the reports,
I don't agree with that. I don't think it was at all loose. But I think we always, in terms of presenting the information, I think you always have to kind of balance between actually going through it line by line and detail by detail and just accepting that some of it will be misunderstood. And does it really matter in the bigger picture? So that many of the things, like the chairman saying I had no authority there, absolutely true. But I wasn't claiming to have any authority there. I wasn't claiming I was clerk. I wasn't claiming I was proper officer. He just kept telling me I wasn't.
What's the difference between a clerk and the, as he put it, the proper officer?
Most clerks are the proper officer of the council. But in larger councils, you can sometimes divvy up the post, if you like. So some responsibilities will be given to the proper officer and some will be given to the clerk. But 99% of our councils fall below that threshold, including Hadforth.
Right. Okay, that's interesting. The other thing I found interesting about reading this report, by the time I got to page 47 or whatever it was, is after he's made his decision, he gets this irate phone call from one of those involved saying, call me back within half an hour or I'm calling the coppers on you. Is this in any sense, you're on the association of, I think it's the Association of Parish Clerks of Cheshire, or is this the normal level of passion at a parish council environment?
Well, first of all, I wouldn't say it was passion, and secondly, I wouldn't say it was normal. But one of the criticisms of the process is, in fact, that it cost £85,000, and oh my God, what a lot of money that is. But again, a misunderstanding is that it was £85,000 to investigate that meeting. That's not the case at all. £85,000 did include part of that meeting, but was mainly the complaints that had come in over the previous year. And part of the reason that it took so long to investigate was because the 3 people who were under investigation did not cooperate with the investigator.